What's up, poker players? Hope you guys are out there crushing it on the tables. I'm excited for this video because today I am trying out a new site. From what I've seen, it has the lowest rake of any site that I've ever played on. The site we are checking out is called SwC Poker. I've got the desktop client up, but before we jump into any tables, let's take a look at what they're all about. If you want to check out this website, the link will be down in the video description. There is no minimum deposit. Minimum withdrawal is 500 chips, which is, I believe, either 500 or 5,000 Satoshis in Bitcoin. This is a Bitcoin only site. I made a deposit on here earlier today, deposited $1,000, and it took 15 minutes for it to go into my account. Pretty quick if you ask me. SwC Poker accepts all players worldwide. All you need is an email address to set up an account. It is completely anonymous. And here we get to the rake. Going to look at the no limit games here. Up to 0.1.2 limits is actually rake free. This icon right here on the desktop lobby shows the rake free table. There's one currently running, and these low limits where I'm going to start out playing is charging a 2.5% rake. Middle limit is 2.5 and the high limit is going to be 2%. Heads up tables are 1.3% down to 1% when you get higher. And tournaments is 2% or less. Scheduled tournaments is 5% or less. Guaranteed tournaments is 6% or less. This is less than half of what I was paying at Nitrogen and half of what I was playing at America's Card Room as well for tournaments. That's impressive. And then the rest of the usual stuff, no bots. Let's take a look at their rewards program. You get Krill rewards or Krill points. The more that you get, the higher the rake back you get. And you get paid daily on your rake back, which I have not seen either. That is also impressive. So we start out with 5% rake back, and you can get all the way up to 50% rake back, which reduces the amount you're going to be paying in rake by an even larger amount the more that you play. They also have a bad beat jackpot. Qualifying hand is aces full of 10s or better with 4 players dealt in the hand. Both the winning and losing hand must play both hole cards. They do take a little bit rake here with the house taking 10% of the bad beat jackpot when it does get hit. 35% to the loser, 20% to the winner, and the rest of the players get 15%. Looks like once a month they're going to have a 1 million guaranteed tournament, which would be 1 Bitcoin guaranteed. It's a 10,000 chip buy-in. 1 Bitcoin equals a million chips, so these would be microbits if my math is correct. There are constantly free rolls running, one every half hour with 30 minutes of late registration for each one, so there is always a free roll that you can register for. That's pretty cool. The new rake micros I already talked about, Krill I talked about, bad beat. And let's take a look at the Twitch bounties. Looks like there are bounty awards for certain achievements that you do while streaming on Twitch. Looks like winning tournaments and then bankroll challenges. That's interesting. I might take a stab at this bankroll challenge here. I'll let you guys know if I start streaming on Twitch and do this bankroll challenge. That might be fun. Only a few of these have been reached so far, and looks like they've all been done recently. Alright, let's bring up the desktop client and the cashier. You can see I have 250,000 chips in here right now, and I deposited this much earlier, which was exactly $1,000. Here's the daily rake back payments. I played a little bit the other day and a very small amount earlier today as well. I'm going to show you just how easy the deposits are too. All you have to do is click the deposit button, copy your deposit address, bring up my Coinbase Pro account. I use Coinbase Pro because you can do limit orders that are fee-free. Always got to go fee-free if you can. I'll send over a small amount here. Current price is $39.56.19, and we'll put the buy order in right there, and it is filled. We're going to withdraw it. Bitcoin, enter the address we just copied, click max, it's about $40, and click withdraw. Boom, it's on its way. That's all you have to do, and shortly it will appear in here, and we will have that amount added to our chips. You can also play directly through your web browser right here on the website. Again, I'll include the website down below in the video description and the top comment, so you can play it right here. I have not done that yet. I might try that. You can also do it mobily through that website. I'm going to try that as well. I don't know if I'm going to do it in this video or one of the next ones, but that is possible. We can see the current jackpot is up over 500,000, which is over half a Bitcoin. Let's pull up a couple tables here. These are the two jackpot tables currently running. You can see there's not that many tables going right now. The player pool is relatively small on this site, which I don't get. I mean, if the rake really is that much lower, you'd think there would be more players here. Maybe they're doing some rebranding, not really sure what is going on with this site. I honestly haven't even heard about them until this week. They actually contacted me to try out their site, and I've been pretty impressed so far. Except for the size of the player pool, that's my only complaint. But hopefully I can convince a couple of you guys to come on and sit alongside with me. Hopefully we can win some big pots, and it would make sense for us to play on these tables as opposed to all the other ones with much higher rake. I went through the settings earlier. They do have run it twice, which I haven't even seen on here. Not exactly sure how that works. All the usual stuff, auto post blinds. They do have hotkey options, which is great when you're multi-tabling. I'll probably mess around with that on a later video too. You can change your bet slider options. I haven't touched it yet. I'll probably mess around with that too. Auto rebuy here. They do allow player notes and player labeling. If you right click, you can label your player and edit their notes here. You can also edit notes down in the chat box section. You can manage your table layout here. Bunch of the usual stuff. I haven't seen if there is a HUD available for this site. Ooh, pocket aces. Going to be opening to 3x here on the right table. Couple callers behind. Got bottom pair on the left table. Flop comes out king high. Going to be putting in a bet here. A little bit more than 2/3 pot. And folding bottom pair on the left. Take the one down on the right. Could have argued for a slow play there. Possible check raise. Possible just check call. Takes a while to get used to the players and build up notes and information on each player, which is why a HUD is nice. And if there is a HUD available, I will definitely be using that, because any information is great information and useful information when you're playing poker. Bring up the cashier history. You can see our deposit already went in about 2 minutes ago. That was incredibly quick. It was much quicker actually than earlier today as well. Opening the ace-9 on the button here. I'm going to change my seat as well. I'll do sit here. I usually like to sit in the middle. I'm sure there's a setting where I could automatically sit in these seats. I'll figure that out. It says it's clicked right there, favorite seat, but definitely just getting used to this software. Button and big blind come along, and the big blind leads for a little bit less than half pot. We have king high with not much going on, going to get rid of it. King 10 offsuit now in the hijack. We get a limp. Saw this player was a little bit weaker earlier, and so we are going to isolate here. We got wide calls post for this player and a flop lead with middle pair. Actually lost a hand where he wound up turning 3 of a kind with that middle pair flop lead. Oh shit, only 185. And we're going to put in a bet here, see if we can't steal one. And we do. I don't know how you get into a pot like that with only 185 left behind. You might as well just get it in pre-flop. So I am definitely going to label that person green, which means fishy. We'll pull up that cashier again. So the 0.1 Bitcoin, or 0.01 Bitcoin, is 10,000 chips. Yeah, that's right. There's no fee on deposits. There's no fee on withdrawals. The rake is extremely low. We're going to call here with the ace-7 suited. Cutoff open. This site almost seems like it's too good to be true, and I don't know why there is not more players on it. Alright, checks around. We have a gut shot and a draw to the nut flush. I'm going to put in a bet here, see if we can't pick it up. A little bit more than 2/3 pot. And there is the nuts. Let's put in a bigger bet here. Make it 650. And we take it down. Maybe they were on one of the draws, either the diamond or straight draw there. Could have tried to induce with a check or put in a smaller bet to try to induce a bluff there. Looks like that might be a somewhat regular player on both tables, although they are limping here in the cutoff. Top pair on the left hand and ace high on the right. We'll check the ace high and we'll put in a bet here. 2/3 pot. Check the ace high again. And we're going to call a bet here on the right with the ace high, but we're just going to check when we get checked too. Take that one down. I doubt there's a ton of regulars on this site since the player player pool is so small. So we would be buying into these tables at 0.005 Bitcoin, which is half of what we sent over. So each of these buy-ins is about 20 bucks. And I think these are the biggest tables going right now. There is one heads up table, which is about an $80 buy-in. But 20 NL to get that bad beat jackpot isn't too bad. Over half a Bitcoin. Alright, we get a 3-bet here from the button. It's a min 3-bet, which is slightly scary. Usually indicates a big hand. Don't know how this player is playing quite yet. We're just going to make a call here. Ooh, that's an ugly turn. I don't know what hand would be min 3-betting pre-flop and then checking on the flop. Ace king probably. I mean, everything got there unless you're super fishy and min betting something like a pair of 10s or 9s, maybe 8s, maybe a smaller pair, but usually that's a really strong hand. I'm gonna get rid of the queens here. That might be too nitty of a play. Kind of a strange play on the last hand. Alright, we're gonna try to take down this one on the right with a king high. We do. Pocket jacks on the left table. Get her open from the cutoff. Button calls. We are going to be putting in a 3-bet here. I'm going to make it 675, 4.5x. And they both fold. Got a limp here, early position. Try to isolate. Both playing a little bit deeper. And we're just going to call here from the small blind. Opening pocket 4s on the button. What do you guys think about this site? Have any of you guys played on it? If you have, please give your experience down in the comment section below. Do you like what you see so far? Does it sound too good to be true with the extremely low rake? I'm intrigued. I hope you guys are as well. And if you guys want to check it out for yourselves, the link is down in the video description below. You can use bonus code DK Poker when signing up or depositing. And I am playing under screen name DK Poker as well. So if you do see me on the tables, I have the chat open and the dealer silenced, and I will be more than happy to talk with you guys. So hit me up on here if you do see me. And as long as there are players in here, if the player pool is large enough and I can get enough volume in, I'll definitely add this to the... We got a flop. Got some backdoor draws going to c-bet here. And we take it down. I will definitely add this to the profitability test that I started before. I've already done ACR tournaments, multi-table tournaments. Did about 100 and some hours on that. We'll actually bring it up here. So 121 hours on ACR MTTs. Won a little bit over $3 grand at an hourly rate of about $26. And currently at nitrogen, we could change the price of Bitcoin here, but I want about 6K over 270 hours at a rate of about $22 an hour. You can just change the current price of Bitcoin. It's about 4,000. Yeah, when we do change it to 4,000 for the current price, our hourly rate is back up to $28. Slightly better than what we did on America's Card Room. If you guys want to check that spreadsheet out as well, I'll leave the link in the video description. I'm going to start putting SwC Poker on there as well. I will not include this one, but when I do multi-table, I will definitely put those on there, those sessions on here. Usually I play as many tables as I possibly can, and we just don't have that option here quite yet. I could get in these smaller stakes, but 200, if these are $20 tables, that means that's about $1 buy-in, and that's about a 10-cent buy-in. Not really worth my time playing those, but if you guys want to just get in some poker and not pay any rake, I would definitely suggest playing that. I'm intrigued about this Twitch challenge and attempting to run up a bankroll from zero. Might have to try it. Alright, we've got 2 overcards and a flush draw here. One player with wide call range post flop, putting in a c-bet about 2/3 pot. Going to check call the turn here, and we're going to bet for value here on the river. Try to get a small pair to come along. We do, and we take that pot down. So definitely going to have some good poker coming up here on the channel, so hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on. Again, leave your comments in the comment section below what you think of your first introduction to this site, or if you've played on this site, what you've heard about this site. There hasn't been anything that I've seen that threw up a red flag right away. Alright, we're going to complete here with the Queen 10 suited in the small blind. Big blind puts in a big raise. This looks like the only regular so far. He's on both tables. He's been trying to get people to come on to other tables and play tournaments, and it looks like he's been playing a pretty straightforward game so far. I'm going to start labeling the regs in orange. So it labeled him on both tables. That's pretty awesome. And we're going to check the pocket fours on the right table. I'm going to continue to check the pocket fours. So that was pocket eights on the left. Again, pretty standard with a bunch of limps in there. And we're going to check call on the right here and put in an isolation on the left. All right, done over on the right table. And we take it down on the left as well. And again, I'm going to include the link to this site down below. Click through. You can download on your device right here. You can play it straight off of the browser right here. I am currently playing off of the downloaded client, which seems to be working great right now. No lag. Everything's been smooth so far. Thanks for watching, poker players. I am out, but I'll be back soon with a new video. I'll see you guys out on the virtual felt. Peace. Be free.